Let's move on to our second wine of the day.
Our second wine of the day is from California and has none of the marginal problems of being in a zone that we might or might not get a good season out of. This is from Napa Valley, and it's taking from two elements within Napa, from Los Carnos, basically, and a little bit from southern Napa itself. These are both the areas that it's drawing the vineyards are in are basically over towards the sea. So if you're looking at California, looking at Napa north to south, they're on the left-hand side. They're on the west side of Napa Valley and Los Carnos. In fact, there's quite a lot of Napa that is a bit mistier and a bit cooler than you would want. And if you go visiting there, some people have definitely sent me mildly threatening emails saying you said go there, you'll love the sun and the unbridled charm and wit. And the unbridled charm and wit is definitely there, but not sun every day. And what they have is they have a very strange phenomenon. And this is where you'll even see these pictures of the Golden Gate surrounded by fog. And what happens is, because there's these huge redwood forests and they're on the coast, is that they get and the land is quite warm as the cold sea air comes in and hits the relatively warm coast, or the relatively warm soil. What you get is this kind of mist. So the same kind of thing that's playing in your car on a cold day, the hot, the cold, is the window going to freeze up, is going to fog up, and so forth. Well, every single day, and in fact a lot during the early part of the sort of the springtime and early part of summer season, you get these fogs rolling in across the vineyards of Southern California, or Southern Napa, not Southern California, of Southern
and
Napa.
How close is that to San Francisco? Because
you're really talking about 30 or 40 minutes drive.
Because San Francisco does have a weird weather system of its own.
It's exactly the same weather system that you get. You're really talking. It's the other side of the bay. So if you know San Francisco, you've got two ways out of San Francisco. You've got north over the San Francisco Bay, the Golden Gate Bridge. That brings you to Muirwood, and that brings you into where we have these vineyards here. So you're heading up that side of Napa. The other way is out Oakland and up past Berkeley, and you're coming around the right-hand side, heading to Napa, into the middle of Napa, and that's the warmer, hotter side where we get the Zinfandel from. So the coast side and the inside is where we get the warm red grapes, and the outside is when we tend to get the Chardonnays and the Pinot Noirs on that side.
Well, it's interesting, actually, given that we just had the Irish wine, that San Francisco isn't a hell of a lot, or that area isn't a hell of a lot warmer than here, really.
Absolutely not.
It's kind of misty and often wet.
We it can be done. I'm telling you, it can be done. So we need people in Cork and Wexford and Waterford to think about this, go out there and start looking in a serious manner. But so these people have done this, and they arrived, and to them, of course, they knew there's good warmth, and the warmth, you don't have to have splitting sort of sunlight every day. What you need is general consistent warmth. So like last summer, a good general consistent warmth is what we want, and the split in the diurnal range, so the temperature between the day and night time, a good drop between day and night is also required. So in Ireland we do that as well, because we don't tend to have that kind of non-stop sort of warm and sweaty kind of atmosphere. We have good winds that blow away the clouds, and we can get quite cool in the evening when the sun goes down. So they have that here, and we want that split between day and night. So the split between the high of the day and the nighttime, in fact, gives you better wine. It puts the grapes under great stress. It moves the the glycerols up, and it moves the entire liquid system is going up and down within the vine, and turning on and off, and switching on and off the vine seems to help its growth better than have it continuously sludgingly make its way to ripeness. So anyway, what we have here is a rather nice Chardonnay, and it's the kind of thing that I think can restore Chardonnay, because up till now we've had ABC, which is anything but Chardonnay, has emerged since the late 1990s, because we were awash with cheap Chardonnay, and that Chardonnay became the standard default of white wine. Now, the standard default of white wine essentially now becomes Sauvignon Blanc. Yeah. So everywhere you go, we're now knee-deep in Sauvignon Blanc, and I think we're generally seeing a little reaction to that and heading back in the way of Chardonnay as an interesting grape. Chardonnay works well because it's actually relatively easy grape to grow. It grows very well in a lot of different climates. And what the difference is that the Chardonnay that you get is the impact of the soil, so it works very well as a terroir demonstrator, and it takes oak very well. So here we have a little bit of oak, so it's going into barrel, and it's malolactically fermented. So a malolactic fermentation is something that you can do with the wine if you want to draw out the lactic elements in it. So what you're getting rid of is you're moving from malic acid to lactic acid. Lactose, milk. So when you see something having a malolactic fermentation, what you'll find is that you accentuate these luscious, milky elements, which we see as caramel and butter and brioche.
If you're lactose intolerant, that won't have
no effect at all. No effect at all.
It's very nice, and we're kind of getting thin on time now. It's absolutely beautiful.
$18.99 and widely available, super value.
Very nice. Now, okay, we'll move on to our second.